Hey guys, so I'm here to just talk about this one issue here. It's a pretty cringe. It's basically this conservative grift about it's about this calendar. Apparently, like this is old news, but it's still something that needs to be addressed because this just shows how conservatives are just not really conservatives. American conservatism is not conservatism at all. So it's just a grift. It's not really conservatism because true conservatism is social conservatism. But anyways, so conservative dad he made some weird beer. Apparently, if you're conservative, you buy this beer, and if you're a liberal, you don't drink it. You drink Bud Light, and I get it. Bud Light sucks, but yeah. Let me play some clip for you where you guys get some context about what's going on, and then I'll kind of give my own commentary. Okay, just to kind of throw this out there, I kind of do sympathize with Riley Gaines because she was she had her victory stolen by a dude who was pretending to be something he was not, and so I totally understand her frustration with the progressive left, uh, and so, but I still don't think she's fully conservative though, too, because does she still support the 19th Amendment? Well, probably yes. Okay, so are you really conservative then, right? But yeah, I totally understand her frustration. I understand why she's also popular. Is now she's a mouthpiece for the so-called conservative movement, and I told like her I kind of understand okay, yeah, she's an athlete. Her all her achievements, everything was just stolen from her by a dude. The patriarchy always wins. But yeah, so I kind of understand her, but why would you agree to pose for such a I don't know for a calendar that's just I don't know just cringe. So this one right here, Kim Klacik, well, she's not really conservative. Wasn't she some sort of a some dancer at certain clubs, if you know what I mean? Now all of a sudden, and look how she's dressed. It's not like she kind of changed her ways. I think what happened is that she now got enough money where she doesn't need to do any dancing. Now she has to just kind of pose for conservative men to get some more attention and money. And then Dana Lausch, come on, seriously? And first of all, she's okay, average looking, but still, like seriously, uh, she's a libertarian. She's not conservative. What is she doing in this conservative calendar? She's a libertarian. She's holding the two guns right here, which is cool. I totally support people holding guns, but she's a libertarian, ultra right. Look at that on the shirt, ultra right. That's not ultra right. No, she's libertarian. She's not ultra right. The whole definition of what is right wing, left wing here in this country is just so backwards. Um, and those are uh, I don't like those guns. I prefer AKs, but yeah, that's just me. But anyways, I'll just keep playing this clip. Notice how she just paused with Kim Klacik and just kind of went straight to anyways, let's just talk about women complaining. What, you don't want to mention that Kim Klacik is a certain dancer who dances at certain clubs in the middle of the night, you know? Probably even satisfy some men for money, you know? You don't want to mention that? And that's pretty bad. Like, if your own 12-year-old daughter is noticing that you're acting like a sleazeball, well, what kind of an example are you showing to your daughter? I don't know. Like, you're showing her that men are bad like you? Seriously, this is just cringe. This is not conservative dad behavior. And it's a calendar made for conservative dads. And this conservative dad, he's checking out the waitress. Oh, is it that obvious? I'm checking out the waitress, honey? Wow. Yeah, conservatives, why are you guys so rigid? We could be degenerates too, right? We could be just as degenerate as the left wing, right? We're cool, right? We're very cool. We could be degenerates, right? That's totally conservative. As long as the government doesn't tell us what to do, that's what makes us conservative. Like basically conserving the power of the government, small government conservatism. Uh, yeah, so she's promoting like degenerate behavior herself. Like we could be saucy. Why? Like why not just be like why not just just like try to strive to have a moral society. Like why basically promote this culture of like these dads who are basically homers who basically like they're like basically what's going on here is that they're promoting a culture where it's okay for the husband to kind of, you know, yeah, I have my wife, I love her, but I could look, I'm just looking, I'm a man, I have to just what am I like I'm still a human, like I'm a human, like, I could still look at other women while being married. That is not conservative behavior. That's just anti-Christian behavior right there, and it's straight up degenerate. That's what leads to cheating, though. And also, like, if your wife isn't comfortable with you just checking out other women, why not actually just try to work on yourself and realize, maybe this isn't like a good path forward? Because, like, would you enjoy your wife watching other men? Like imagine they make a calendar. What they do, of course, they have those calendars already. But imagine your wife orders a conservative women's calendars. I don't know. It's um, what is it, Brandon Tatum, right? Imagine your wife looking at Brandon Tatum, saying, "Oh, it's just a conservative women's calendar, no big deal," right? Like, so what? Like, imagine your wife doing the same exact thing that you're doing. Like imagine your wife just like at a restaurant and checking out the waiter. Like you could look, right? You could just take a look. It's totally safe. We conservatives, we could be saucy. Yeah, this is pathetic. This is not conservatism at all. Yes, so basically, wanting decency and culture, wanting to bring back Christian morality, trying to preserve trying to preserve family. That's why we're losing the culture war. No, it's because conservatives are losing the war because they're not really doing anything to preserve the culture war. They're simply just saying, hey, you know what? Like, let the government not tell us what to do. Let's just only try to, like leave each other alone and, not force anything on anybody. Let's not try to pass any laws that will restrict degenerate behavior. No, 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 no. We have to kind of just keep the government, in its place, and have it not tell us what to do. And this is what leads to the destruction of society, right? This is why you're losing the culture wars because you're not really conserving anything. What are you conserving? You're losing the culture war because you're confusing. You're literally confusing because the left winger is wondering, well, wait a minute, what is so conservative about you? Like, what is it about you, like that makes you different than me? So like the left winger just like basically the only difference between you and left wingers is that the left winger he wants to transform your children, and you guys are saying, oh, the transformation is wrong, but like they should do it at age 18. They should do it at age 18. That's when they should have that choice. First of all, why is it a choice anyway? It should be illegal. Like Transformers, the whole concept should be illegal. But you guys don't want to take that route. You guys just want to take the whole, non-government intervention policies. Well, there you go. This is why you're losing the culture wars because you're not fighting to enforce conservative family values on society. That is why you're losing civilization, and that is why you're losing the culture war. And not because some conservatives are being a little bit too rigid. No, it's because you guys are not fighting to enforce Christian family values upon society. That is why you're losing. Because what's the point of being conservative anyway? Like Republicans are only 20 miles behind the liberals on the speed limits dial, right? So like basically, liberals be going 120 miles, conservatives go 100. 15 years later, liberals will be going 180, conservatives will be going 160. So like right now, the transformer community says we must transform your children, and conservatives are saying no, you should only make that decision at age 18. In a couple years, conservatives will say, okay, 16, okay, like I kind of see it, but below 16, that's too far. That'll be conservatives in a couple years. They're going to say, okay, yeah, lower than 16, that's too far. And then it just gets, these increments. Like they're trying to like kind of use like I don't know, like they're trying to win these incremental battles that are insignificant. And they're not trying to enforce Christian values upon society. That's where that's where you guys are losing. You guys are going to fail. And it's because you're confusing. What are you conserving? Like, what is it that you're conserving? What is it that makes you conservative? Like, you guys are against illegals? Well, there are many liberals who are against illegals coming in. Jimmy Dore, he's not a conservative Republican. He's against the illegals. He's speaking out against the illegals coming into this country. He even spoke out against San Francisco's ruling on some non-citizen who got elected in some kind of political position in San Francisco. Jimmy Dore, a liberal, opposes this stuff. Has nothing to do with conservatism. There are many liberals who support gun rights. Are they just confused liberals? No, they're still liberals. So this whole idea that you're against illegal immigration, or that you support gun rights, and that you support small government makes you conservative. No, that does not make you conservative. You have to be socially conservative. And that's why you guys are actually losing the culture war, because you guys have no culture. You guys are not fighting for any culture. You guys are just fighting for. You guys are just fighting for. Actually, nobody knows what you're fighting for. To be honest, these days, what are you fighting for? Oh, you just want to. You're fighting for like maybe some economic policies, some fiscal policies, but that's it. You're not really fighting for society anymore. You think you are, but like I said, in a couple years, you guys will be like okay with the 16-year-old doing the transformation, but below that, that's too far. Because right now, you guys are saying 18 is the limit. You guys are saying 18, but in a couple years, you guys will be saying 16 is the limit. Like, you guys are not really preserving or conserving anything. You guys are just basically confused liberals. You guys are simply classical liberals. Like, you're just telling society to slow down a bit and to adjust slowly to the liberal lifestyle. So basically, conservatives are losing. So according to this pathetic dude, so this excuse of a man, according to him, we're going to lose the culture war because we're so rigid, because we're trying to promote family values. While this guy is trying to destroy family values. Like, this guy thinks that a bunch of dads jacking off to a bunch of conservative models is somehow the preservation of the culture war. Yeah, good job, Dad. Yeah, you're totally very good at exemplary dad. You know, you're promoting the idea that it's okay for conservative men to buy some calendar and basically kind of fantasize about these conservative female bloggers. Well, that's totally fine. You know, I'm just a man. I'm not cheating on my wife. Like, this sounds like Dennis Prager stuff where it's okay to watch prawn. Yeah, let's keep watching this. The men of the libertarian calendar. Uh, okay, I'll just say this. You'll probably see a bunch of soy boys, like literally soy boys. Like, you will see probably like the most effeminate men on that calendar. So I don't think anyone wants to see that calendar. Just saying. Yeah. So that was this weird controversial take that they have about promoting this calendar. And so this is what conservatives are fighting for, like, for, I don't know, for their rights to do whatever you want. As long as you don't have the government telling you what to do. This is freedomless America. Well, what kind of example are you showing to actual dads or to future dads? Like, you really think this is good? And also, they have Ashley St. Clair. Like, they have Ashley St. Clair. I think Let me rewind this. Let's go back right here. Okay, so Ashley St. Clair, yep, she's right there. Catalina Lauf, I don't know who that is. Brittany Jean, I don't know who that is. Well, there's another one with Ashley St. Clair. So there's two Ashley St. Clair photos. And the reason why I bring her up is because prior to her becoming a famous conservative, like Twitter account and YouTuber, she's been doing some webcam stuff. Like a lot, not some, but a lot of it. And I get it, people do change, but the thing is, it's okay to change and be genuine about it, or just don't repent and just become a grifter. Just be like, just forget you had this past lifestyle and just move on, right? Okay, just acknowledge you had the past lifestyle and just openly declare, yeah, I repent of this. This was bad, right? But no, you just ignore it and you're just silent about it and you're just saying, oh, like, yeah, liberals are evil people, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, cool, like, cool, I agree with you. But then explain this, like, so like basically what happens is that you failed in the liberal world, and so you're trying to grift off the conservative world. And so who else do they have here? They have Josie, the redhead libertarian. Someone else covered this. Josie, she basically uses a lot of Photoshop in her photos. Then when you actually see her on the Temple podcast, and she looks like she got hit by a train. So yeah, it's all deceptive. And so basically, conservative dad wants a bunch of conservative men buying his expensive, overpriced calendar, so that conservative dads can look at those photos and fantasize about women that they'll never get. And that's somehow preserving conservative culture. These are conservative values somehow. Okay, and yeah, so like, I don't know anyone else. There's two photos of Riley Gaines. And honestly, like, these are just, with Riley Gaines, these are kind of basic photos, like beach photos. Like, you go to the beach and you see, or to the pool, you go to a pool party, something like that. So like you guys can't even properly like have it. You guys don't have anyone posing properly. Well, this Bethany Bartlett, okay, that's not a bad pose, but still, like, this is all base. These are all basic poses, like on Facebook. You go to Facebook, Instagram, like a lot of these women have these basic poses. It's nothing special. So why would you pay $20 for this? Like, like, seriously, like, who would pay $20 for this calendar? To look at pictures of so-called conservative female bloggers. Like, YouTube already exists, just watch their YouTube channel for free. Like, also, what's interesting is that this is fine somehow. Conservative dads, basically, not paying attention to their wives, but like looking at a calendar of conservative women, so-called conservative women. These are not conservatives. But like, what's interesting, I remember a lot of conservative people made a huge stink, justifiably, but still, they made a huge stink when Julia Anna, or Julia Anna, whatever, she's a conservative prawn star. So she's a prawn star who supports Donald Trump. And she went to CPAC, or not CPAC, is it's the Charlie Kirk thing. It was the Charlie Kirk, like, what does he run, that organization? It's not CPAC. Oh yeah, guys, while you guys are watching, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also go to the Streamlabs and like send a donation. If you guys want to do a super chat, just send that in. So I'm going to try to look this up. Okay. I can't believe I forgot the name. Oh yeah, Turning Point USA. Yeah, duh. Getting old. But Turning Point USA, like, she showed up to Turning Point USA, and of course, there's going to be a lot more younger men, younger women at an event like that. Well, like, Julia Ann, she shows up, and she's like, hey guys, like, I'm a conservative prawn star. Actually, I don't think she even promoted herself. I think somehow others recognize her. That's kind of interesting. And that's when, like, all of a sudden, like, all the parents had this big fuss. Turning Point, I can't believe that this is happening. Why are you allowing this prawn star to be here at Turning Point USA. And Turning Points, they tell her, hey, listen, like basically your presence is making people uncomfortable. We're gonna have to ask you to leave. And so she leaves, and of course there's this huge deal about conservatives, you must accept the Prawn Stars, because what's interesting, conservatives, you guys already accept the Skittles, and also Blair White, you guys already accept Blair White. Like, what's interesting is that, like, I've seen conservative men simping over Blair White, but Julia Ann showing up to a Turning Point USA event is all of a sudden too far, right? So, like, a Prawn Star showing up to an event is too far, but simping to Blair White, promoting Dave Rubin, like, that's fine. That is normal. These are conservative people. Yeah, sure, they're not like our type of conservative, but they have some sort of conservative values. So that's fine. But then Julia Ann showing up at Turning Point USA, that's when the parents draw the line. No, that's too far. Give it another like 10, 15 years, or even a couple years, and Julia Ann will be accepted in the conservative movement as well. Because even Prawn Stars can be conservatives, right? And I believe there's like a whole list of actual like conservative Prawn Stars. And I think that list was compiled back in like 2020, like during the elections. Yeah, so I just think it's kind of interesting how like all that stuff is fine. Like all this stuff right here, this calendar is fine. This is conservative values, right? A bunch of married dads ordering a calendar where they could look at other women that are not their wife. Despite the fact that you can watch these women on YouTube. And plus, this is all fake Photoshop. Like, some of it's fake Photoshop anyway. Like, look at Josie, the redhead libertarian. Like all her stuff's fake. And so all this is fine, but a conservative Prawn Star showing up at a Turning Point USA event is somehow too far. And there's no such thing as a conservative Prawn Star, but like since there are people in that industry who claim to be conservatives because they support Donald Trump, pretty soon, in 10, 15 years or a couple years, conservatives will be like, okay, well, like, we got to accept these people. That's why we're losing the culture wars, because we're not accepting degenerates into our movement. Like, you guys already accepted log cabin Republicans. You guys are accepting Blair Whites. Despite the fact that you guys are against transforming children, you guys are totally okay with the transformed adults. The transformer adults are fine. And you guys are totally simping for these transformer adults. Like a lot of these conservative men, like they think Blair White's a very attractive woman, despite the fact that, like, you tell them it's not a woman. And despite the fact that Matt Walsh made a documentary, What is a Woman? But Blair White is the exception to the rule, of course. Blair White is the conservative transformer. So, like, for him, that rule does not apply. Yes, I said him. Screw you guys. Yeah, so, yeah, conservatism is dead. Like, these are all conservative grifters. These are not actual conservatives. These are all grifters. Except maybe Riley Gaines. Riley Gaines... Now, like, I'm not saying she's a grifter, but I don't know if she's really conservative. But I do understand, why she's being exploited by conservatives is because of what she actually went through. She was also held hostage in San Francisco by a bunch of crazy liberals, and the San Francisco police did nothing to protect her. So, like, I understand, her gripe. I understand her suffering, and especially, like, with what she went through with some dude stealing away her medal. Like, that's like, okay, like I understand her gripe, so I understand why she's being exploited by the conservatives. But still, like, this calendar is not worth it. This calendar is not worth it. Like, you're not really supporting any conservative cause with this calendar. Who are you supporting? I believe, like the proceeds would go to Riley Gaines, actually, or like to see Riley Gaines in person. Yeah, like a conservative dad. You want to see like a hot young woman who's not your wife? Yeah, let's go. These are totally conservative values. Woohoo! uh, yeah, so yeah, that's the calendar, and of course the whole Bud Light controversy. You guys are aware of that. And so this is the conservative dad who basically made the calendar. But prior to the calendar, he made the ultra right beer, and this is the commercial. So check it out. That was such a girly throw. Like I'm not the best thrower in the world. When I was in basic training in Fort Benning, Georgia, I was made fun of for like like the way I throw my grenade. But still, like this is worse than me. Like this is worse than me. Like I remember, like one of the instructors asked me, "Hey, did you and your dad ever play baseball? Like, did he ever teach you how to throw a ball?" But still, this is worse than me. Like this is a lot worse than me. Now this is legit. Like this is like really effeminate. Let's go back right here. Hey guys, I'm so tough. I'm walking around with the bat. I'm so cool. This is America, guys. This is conservative America. Walking around with the baseball hat all backwards and with the bat. This is conservatism. Somehow, I don't know how that relates to conservatism, but you know, beats me. Like, explain to me how is that related to conservatism? So, what left wingers don't like baseball? Also, isn't that like t-ball? Like, isn't that like softball, t-ball? Like, dang, like that's not real baseball. Like, it would have been more impressive if someone was throwing a can in his direction and then he just whacks it. That'd be more impressive. But again, this effeminate behavior right here just shows like, but somehow this effeminate behavior is somehow conservative. Like this effeminate behavior right here is conservative. And I forgot what this is. Is this t-ball or wiffle ball? Or because this is not baseball. This is not baseball. Let's see. Yeah, it's t-ball. It's t-ball. It's for kids. Wow. Yeah. So this guy throws like a woman and he hits like a woman. Seriously. You guys want to buy beer from this dude? Really? From this guy who has conservative values? The guy can't throw a ball like a man. He can't hit a beer can like a man. Now, if he had people throwing beer cans in his direction, and he just like whacked those cans, that'd be cool. But this, look, guys, I'm so cool. I'm gonna like show Bud Light how angry I am at Bud Light. Wow, like I'm totally tough. Yeah, like stay away from our kids. Okay, dude, you're promoting a degenerate calendar. How about you stay away from my kids? So-called conservative. No, I want you to stay away from my kids with your degenerate behavior and your effeminate baseball throws. UltraRightBeer.com. Check it out. So I heard that the beer is crap. I would not be surprised. Like a lot of conservative products are basically crap. So, and I'll say this also, I'm not against drinking beer. Like, I'll drink beer once in a while. I even told some of my friends at church, "Hey guys, let's have our brotherhood hang out, and we should hang out more often, and maybe once a month, twice a month we gather around." And I asked them, "You guys drink beer?" Kind of more like to make sure like we all could all gather around and maybe have a beer or two, and that's it, and like maybe once or twice a month. But like I this whole beer culture in America that, oh, you're not manly if you don't drink a beer like a man. And these guys, they drink like every day, every other day, every week. What kind of man drinks so much beer? Beer is fine to drink, don't get me wrong, but this whole thing, this whole culture of drinking beer every day, that is why we have dad bods. That is why, I'm trying to get back to the gym because, I definitely don't want to be having a dad bod. It's not normal. And like, what kind of a man just drinks beer every day? Just like has this urge to drink a beer, and you do realize that like all those hops, they make you effeminate. Like drinking beer makes you effeminate. Be a real man and get some whiskey or something. Get some vodka. Be a real man. Like a beer is fine. Like, but just not every day, not every other day. Once, twice a month. Just like a bottle or two, just to kind of relax, and that's it. But this whole idea that you have to just you're super manly if you just drink a beer every day, or like you be an expert on beer. Why you want to be an expert on being effeminate? And look at this guy. Look at this. Look at his effeminate behavior. Look at him. What was up with that whole slow motion thing? Like, check this out. Like, let's rewind. Let's rewind right here. Let's go back. Uh, what was that? Oh, it tastes like freedom. That's so cringe. It's just, I'm pretty sure it's just basic horse piss. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Oh, it tastes like freedom. Like, do you know what freedom tastes like? Like if you did not suffer under communism, you probably don't know what freedom tastes like. Like you won't actually be able to have that experience of what freedom truly means to you. But yeah, well, just go back. This is bad editing. Like right here, because I'm very picky about editing, and I have a degree in filmmaking, and I I like to be precise, and I like to just be super detailed when it comes to cutting. And if this guy wanted to hire someone to do um, a beer commercial, I would try to make it less cringe, and it's a lot of it has to do with editing too. It's not just the crappy acting. Like you could basically like make people forget about the crappy acting if you have good special effects, good editing skills, a good soundtrack in the background, and it could kind of balance out the bad acting. The cringe acting could be balanced out because of that. And so right here, where he walks away, I would just cut that. I would not show this whole effeminate smile that he has. This whole slow motion right here. Like, what is that? Like, no. Like, as soon as he walked away, I'll just cut straight to this part. You know, by your ultra right beer, and the text. I would not even have the text show up here. Like, as soon as he walked away, right here, boom. Like, right as he walked away, I'll have the like I would have that screenshot of the beer. Like, that's what a good editor would do. Um, yeah, like because like despite the fact that the ad is only 57 seconds long, even within 57 seconds, you still got to capture the attention of your audience. You still need some kind of fast motion. And like what was that? Like you're trying to have some filler, just trying to fill it. Like why are you having filler for like a 50-second commercial? It shouldn't be, it should not even be so unnecessarily long unless you have something important to show. Like you have nothing important here, just filling up space. Why? Like why are you having all this filler right here? Like this should not be here. This is bad editing. Oh, that's so manly. Tastes like freedom. Yeah. Well, what a cringe commercial, and This is the guy. This is the guy that wants married dads to be looking at other semi decent, mid looking women instead of their own wives. Like, like this is the guy who's promoting this calendar. He made this calendar, promoting mid tier women, and like guys who like basically like he wants dads to start creating controversies in their own families by looking at some mid tier women and just jacking off to these so called conservative whores. Oh, okay, I'll say hoes. I don't know if YouTube will censor that, but these these four OEs, I guess. You know, seriously, like these conservative hoes right here, like somehow they're considered conservative people. They're not. These are all grifters. These are mid-tier grifters posing for a semi-seductive calendar. Like because it's not extremely seductive. I mean, they look okay, but already like you have like a lot of white knights, conservative white knights who would simp to these women, and they would just like be like drool, like have like saliva like drooling dripping down their mouths over these mid tier women. Like a lot of these women are just mid tier. They're just wearing some makeup and some Photoshop. And Dana Lausch, isn't she married? Let me look this up. Dana Lausch, or maybe she's divorced. 45 years. Chris Lausch, okay, still married. Okay. 45 years old currently, and married since the year 2000. Oh, congratulations. 24 years of marriage. I applaud Dana Lausch for staying with her husband for 24 years. Okay, that is commendable. That probably explains why she's also dressed in pants and a shirt and just holding two rifles. And like that could be a reason. Like she's trying to kind of not look too provocative because she is married. But here's the thing: you're still posing in a way that conservative simps could be tempted by you. So you're also you're posing in in a calendar that's supposed to be basically somewhat seductive, semi-seductive in a way. But it's not just too revealing. It's not too revealing, okay? Like look at these effeminate, quote unquote. Look at these effeminate, real conservative women. Although Bethany Bartlett, like look at how she's posing. She's like look at what she's like. She looks like she's fit, like she's strong. I don't think she's too effeminate, but it's this conservative fantasy that some conservative simps have, that like they want some conservative woman who's muscular but also traditional. Yeah, but yeah, this is not conservative values at all. This is not promotion of conservatism. This is basically a promotion of degeneracy. And my nose keeps hitting the filter right here, so sorry guys. But yeah, this is not conservatism. I just wanted to call this out like it is. These are just conservative. These are conservative grifters with milkers. Like some of you know what milkers are, some of you don't. Look it up. But these are just women with milkers, mid-tier women with milkers. And so this is fine, this degenerate behavior is fine, but conservative prawn stars showing up at conservative events, that's too far. Transformers like Blair White, oh, that's okay. But transforming people under the age of 18, that's too far, right? In a couple of years, it won't be too far for so-called conservatives. They're conservating nothing. And so they have the audacity to claim, oh, conservatives, you guys, we're going to lose the culture war. You guys are losing the culture war because you guys are so rigid. So, yeah, that's basically the take that like a lot of these so-called conservatives have. Like, come on, guys, we could be good looking. Okay, then be good looking. You don't have to pose for anything or anybody. Like honestly, like this magazine, this calendar, it would be less controversial if it wasn't like some sort of mid-tier YouTubers, but actual professional models posing. and you just call it the conservative dad's calendar because this is what real women look like. Instead, you just have some mid-tier thoughts who are seeking attention, pose for a calendar, for what? Just so that dads can like take care of themselves in their own room when their wife's not around. But that's enough rambling for me. I don't see any super chats. Do I see any chats at all? Oh, wow. There's a lot of chats. Okay. American Vagabond. And liberals even tried to get rid of anime and video game titty. Muted. Hold on. Fix audio noob. What? Okay, so now it looks like the audio is fine. So Vagabond, don't know what you're talking about because like it works fine on my cell phone right here. Okay, but the milkers are petite. What was it? Hey, leave muscle mommies alone. Yes, I get it. Okay, women that go to the gym are hot. I admit that. So, but basically, still, like there's nothing wrong with women going to the gym with their husbands, because the husband could protect you at the gym, and like also there will be less dudes looking at you when you're with your husband, because they'll see, oh, there's another guy with her. Okay, let's just not do anything controversial. I mean, like the odds are just more in your favor if you're with your husband in the gym rather than you going by yourself and getting unwanted looks. Conservatives need branding or recognized faces. Advertising for conservatives was muted. Oh. Interesting. Huh. That is interesting. Oh, I think I know what happens. Right, desktop audio. All right, if you guys want, I'll play the ad for you guys real quick. It feels muted. Sorry about that.
America's been drinking beer from a company that doesn't even know which restroom to use. That's why I created Conservative Dad's Ultra Right 100% woke-free beer. As conservatives, we're constantly getting hit in the face, left and right, by the woke mind virus. But the last place we want it is in our beer. If you know which bathroom to use, you know what beer you should be drinking. Stop giving money to woke corporations that hate our values. And to the rest of you woke corporations, stay the away from our kids.
Buy yours online in 42 states at ultrarightbeer.com.
Tastes like freedom.
All right, well, you guys, since we're
Yeah, guys. So, you guys saw how cringe. So you guys heard the audio on that advertisement. I do apologize for the sound. So, but there you go. Like, yeah, like with the sound, it's still just as cringe. But yeah, don't see any super chats though. Okay, probably tastes like piss. Yeah, honestly, probably does taste like piss. Although it depends on the horse piss. I think Coors Light is acceptable horse piss, and I'll die on that hill. Although, I'm not completely against drinking beer. Like I said, I'll drink beer socially, like maybe if I have to gather with my bros from church once or twice a month, sure. We could drink a beer, maybe even once a week, maybe. But like this whole craving for beer, like drinking too much beer is not good for you in general. But this culture of, oh yeah, like a real man drinks beer all the time. And what kind of beer does he drink? Pabst Blue Ribbon? No, a real man drinks a Guinness. I'm pretty sure. I think Vagabond will agree that a real man drinks Guinness, right? Oh yes, yes. None of it is acceptable. Drink Guinness or get out. Yep, exactly. Uh, Light beer sucks. Yeah, yeah. Guinness, like, it's one of the best beers out there. So yeah, especially if you're Orthodox, you know why you're drinking Guinness, because of St. Patrick's. And if you're Orthodox, you can celebrate. If you're new calendar, you could join your old calendar brothers twice a year. So you could, if you're new calendar and if you're old calendar, right? Both of you guys, old and new calendar Orthodox, could celebrate St. Patrick's Day on the 17th, and then the old and new calendar guys hang out together on the 31st of March, celebrate St. Patrick's Day again. You know, like it's good to be Orthodox. We celebrate St. Patrick's Day twice, just like a lot of us celebrate Christmas twice. We could celebrate St. Patrick's Day twice. There you go. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So, like, just in case you guys did not hear the audio for the first clip, that would be so bad if you guys did not hear that and I just kept rambling about these guys. But like, let's just kind of go right here.
FF column. The FF column the other day, my daughter accused me of being at a restaurant. My 12-year-old daughter said, "You think the waitress is hot, don't you?" And I'm like, "Am I really? Is it that obvious? Am I showing this at all times?" And I said, "Yes, dear, I do think that." And then we just moved on and had a very lovely meal.
Dear.
Wow. Wow.
Very creepy.
Yeah, that is creepy. You know, like, how could you be sitting in a restaurant with your daughter, and like how bad do you have to behave to just kind of get noticed by your daughter? Like, your daughter notices, Dad, you're literally checking out the waitresses. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. I did not know I was being so creepy and weird. Yeah, this is these are the people telling us that, well, you guys are losing the culture war because you're so rigid. You know, conservatives can be fun and sexy. We can be fun, but like, at the same time, like, everything has to be done through humility, through grace, through our faith. You know, like, there's a limit to everything, and like, this is not saving our culture at all. This is destroying our culture. This is destroying our family values. Like, this degenerate behavior. And okay, creepy dudes, man. Yeah, they are creepy. Is it wrong to acknowledge the female form? No, I mean, but still, like, it's different when you just acknowledge it, like, to yourself, or I don't know, I guess amongst your friends. But again, like at the same time, like, why would any married dude, especially if you're a dad, what kind of example are you setting for your children when you're just checking out other women when you have a wife? You know, like, because that stuff could, like, lead to divorce. Like, hey, I'm just looking, honey. Imagine your wife looking at other men. Like, we already have a problem with the divorce rates in this country. And you know, like, just imagine your wife looking at some other dudes. Like, imagine the female version of, you know, the calendar, like, conservative mom calendar. Don't worry, husband. Like, these are just half naked dudes, or just some conservative dudes. This is Matt Walsh and Michael Knowles posing, and that'd be so disgusting. But still, and also, who would want to see Ben Shapiro posing? But still, you know, like, what if, you know, there was a conservative mom's calendar and some dudes are worried about their wives looking at other dudes? Well, I mean, it's the same thing. Like, this is a destruction of our society. Like, we're going downhill. And so the best way we could preserve our culture is by enforcing our culture through the legal system. We must fight for our culture legally, and we must try to make sure that, like, that we're trying to preserve it for real. We're trying to conserve our culture, not let it be stolen by the liberals. Because right now, what's going on is that these retards are telling us, "Oh, you guys are losing the culture war." No, it's you guys, all you bloggers who are claiming to be conservatives. You guys are basically confusing people in the culture war because nobody knows what you guys are fighting for. What are you fighting for? Are you fighting for conservative values, or are you fighting for some 1950s liberal values or some 1960s liberal values? Modern day conservatives are basically liberals who are stuck in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and maybe the early 2000s. Okay, some more chats. Let's read these chats right here. I do agree that ogling over random women is evil. It's not wrong, but there's a difference between seeing and staring. Women initiate 80% of divorce. They do it, they don't care. It would be Blade from Elden something. Then from it would be Old Blade from Elden Ring. Then for the moms. We need to reestablish the Anglosphere again. No. No, and I'm pretty sure Vagabond will agree with this. Like, no Anglosphere. We must bring back the Byzantine Empire. Yeah, exactly. Ew. Who wants to reestablish the Angloid sphere? The Anglosphere is what got us here in this whole situation. It's like the Anglos sticking their nose around everywhere because they're worried about their tea in Turkey. They don't want their trade getting disrupted. This is what a lot of the Anglos, just sticking their big noses around. Led to a lot of this stuff that we're dealing with today. Yes, I agree. Yes, the Anglos are the ones who start this. Right, guys. So okay, so I got nothing else to say, and I just wanted to point this out that a lot of you conservatives are cringe degenerates. Repent, join the Orthodox Church, and also my friends, please like, share, subscribe. If you guys want to donate, go to the link for the merch for the merch page. Buy some merch. Also go to the link that says Streamlabs. Donate on Streamlabs. Help the channel grow. My co-host, he needs your help. Because I cannot pay my co-host a living wage if you guys are not supporting the channel. Because if my co-host, if he ends up living on the streets somewhere like a bum, it's not my fault. It's your fault, guys. I'm kidding, but still, guys, we would really appreciate it if you guys would support the channel. Maybe this week, my co-host will join me. We'll discuss probably, I don't know, maybe the book about the kingdom of the Slavs, or maybe Resistance to Evil Against Force, or maybe I'll do review those books by myself. That's all I gotta say. So like, share, subscribe. Check out the links.